know what he has to say? Continuous learning. This could have come from someone very experienced, very committed, and someone who has been at the core of Toastmastering wrong. What a profound 2 words, continuous learning. This is something which we all do. What is your contribution to Toastmasters? Pay it forward. What is your ambition in Toastmasters? But personally, better communicator, professionally, a good mentor and a coach. Here's a Toastmaster who raises communication whenever we require it. He's a very busy executive. Mind you, he's a very busy executive, but I wanted to ask him always, that in spite of being so busy, how does he get time to answer at least 10 Q&As on LinkedIn or some and write so many things on his blog? And then again attend meetings, and when I think 8 out of 10 times whenever I have requested him to pick up some role or at the last moment he has willfully obliged. Just imagine the commitment and the contribution this Toastmaster has done to the Toastmastering fraternity. And it gives me immense pleasure to welcome our dear Toastmaster, Toastmaster Vinod Bharat.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters.
Good evening.
Awake?
Yes.
One more education session. Well, I don't call it an education session. Vijay said, I would like you to share some benefits of Toastmaster. And I thought of something. I said, let me share some of the final points which I have learned from Toastmaster, which can be applied in your professional social life, which could be of benefit to you. Now, I named it Power of Edge. I have 20 minutes. Power of Edge. And Radha said that at 100, she wants to stand at the edge and fly off. In fact, when you join Toastmaster, it's like standing at the edge and then flying down. Because when you jump off, you're the Toastmaster and you will see the world. I mean it. You will see the world. In fact, I'll quote Helen Blanchard. She was the ex-president of Toastmaster. She said, if you get out of Toastmaster all that there is to get out of Toastmaster, then you will never get out of Toastmaster. Did you get it? And that's why I'm still in the Toastmaster. That's why some of the very senior Toastmasters, you will see them again and again coming up to the Toastmaster meeting. In fact, just to tell you, my journey in Toastmaster started some time back. I'll still support Vijay. He says, what are the benefits of Toastmaster? So I started listing it down.
Wow.
And this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. But if I have to cover that, I think I need the full 3-day workshop. But just to cut the chase down, I've selected 5 topics. I named it Competition, Challenge, Colorblind, Delegate, and Dreambook. And this is something I picked up from the Toastmaster and applied to the personal life itself. Okay. One of our Toastmasters said, you got to see the bigger picture, not the immediate. And that's the essence of Toastmaster. You join Toastmaster, you take up a role player, that's the smaller picture. But if you look at the bigger picture, vision, you will realize the benefits you can extract from Toastmaster. And I listed that in the last slide. The first one, competition. In fact, I joined Toastmasters sometime back in 1992 in Bahrain, 1 hour Toastmaster. After that, I shifted to Dubai. That was in 1996. I came to Dubai and I was searching for a Toastmaster club. And the first Toastmaster club I found was Dubai Toastmaster Club, which was formed just about 3 or 4 months early. I participated, I looked at the candidates. I did not find the speeches appealing. I did not find the speakers so enthusiastic or so appealing. They were wrong. I said, Vinod, this is not the meeting for you. I left. But 2001, again the Toastmaster bug bit me. So I said, let me go back. And this was a room. I came back in 2001. At that time, we had past President Royston, He was conducting the meeting and we had the current president, Lucky Savlani. The hall was full. 70 participants. We had chairs, 1, 2. 70 participants. And I looked at the speakers. These were the same speakers who I thought were mediocre speakers. And now they were DTM. And I was given a topic, I still remember, health is wealth. And I spoke for it for 5 seconds and sat down. That was my table topic. And I realized that I missed that opportunity. I benchmarked myself with others. But one thing I learned at that time, that you got to benchmark yourself with yourself. You set your benchmark, stretch, progress, set, progress. And this is true in your actual life also. Not professional life, your social life. You don't need to compete, look at others and how they are doing. You set your benchmark. And that's one thing I learned in Toastmaster. And I'm sure many of you, anyone knows this lady? Beautiful lady? Celine Dion. And she was one of the winners of American Idol, and then she became a very famous singer. And she said, I'm not in competition with anybody but myself. My goal is to beat my last performance. The famous people benchmark themselves. And we talked about Sachin Tendulkar. Somebody said, how do you improve? He says, I try to bat better than what I have batted yesterday. That's what Sachin had to say. So set your benchmark and stretch and progress. And that's my first lesson. Challenge. This is very interesting, in fact. Challenge is change and change is progress. Jim Rohn, I think Vijay Budhalia said, do you believe in change? Jim Rohn said, progress happens not by chance. Very profound statement. Progress happens not by chance, but by change. In 2001, when I came to the Toastmaster, I realized that I may not be able to commit to Toastmaster activities. So the idea clicked to me. I said, let me commit to the leadership role. At that time, Lucky Savlani said, we have a post for Assistant VP Education. Because VP Education was on sabbatical. So I raised my hand, put up an email, I took up that challenge. I became an Assistant VP Education. It was hard work, because at that time we had to make 6 months of schedule. We had 70 members. And every member used to fight for a role player. Say, I want to speak. You had to literally act like a referee. No, this is your chance, you're not expected. So many excuses. And I took up that role. I took up the challenge. But guess what happens in that? You see, normally people start from Sergeant at Arms and then move to Secretary, VP Education, Treasurer. I started from Assistant VP Education, 6 months VP Education, President. My 5 years learning was cut down to 2 years. And then I was a division governor. Why? Because I took up that challenge. And that's the second lesson I learned in Toastmaster. Anything, you take up a challenge. Take up a challenge. Anyone, I'm sure people are aware of Shaukat. Shaukat? I was the president at that time, and we were conducting the Prawn Kaufman, the first show at that time. And Shaukat had conducted just an icebreaker. And I wanted a very committed Sergeant at Arms. I said, Shaukat, we have this event coming up, and we may have 100 people, we may have 200 people, I don't know. Would you like to take it up? He says, yes, I will take it up. And he assembled a team of about 7 people. And we floated this news across UAE. We started with 50 members, 100, then we moved on to hotel, 200 people, and finally we had 350 people. And Shaukat had to manage the complete team. I trust that was his learning. And that was the challenge he took. He was new, but he took up the challenge. And his rise from then on was meteoric. So, my first step is, I always tell that if you have assignment in the office, somebody says, okay, this is a challenge, who would like to take it up? Come forward, yes, I will take it up. And you will see the difference. And this is one of the lessons I learned in Toastmaster. And somebody said, I don't know who, there is no challenge more than the challenge to improve yourself. And I think somebody says Sachin played again and again and again to achieve his milestone, 100 centuries? Yeah. I don't know how many months you said, how many years? 21 years. Continuous. And he achieved the milestone. I think nobody has done that.
Nobody has.
No one has done that. And I always believe challenge brings change, change brings progress. Colorblind. That's very, very important. Very, very important. You see, this is something I've learned in Toastmasters. When you come here, don't you feel positive?
Yes.
Some of the Toastmasters come to the Toastmaster meeting just to relieve the stress. You talk to Muhammad Murad or some senior, they say just to relax in the Toastmaster meeting. They leave the stress out. Why? Because it's so positive. Everybody is talking about positive, 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 positive. And I found out that if you apply that in your personal life, professional life, your stress level will increase. And something which I practice, if you open up, how many get the newspaper at home? Yeah? What do you read? 90% is actually crime. You see, something I picked up, I said, no sooner I open the newspaper, I look at the positive words. Even if it's advertisement, bonanza, weekend, success, I pick up that word and I become a color blind to the negative words. That's it. When I come to the Toastmasters, I pick up the positive words. In fact, I write it down. What are the positive words I've heard? Deliberately. And I deliberately avoid the negative words. And I challenge you, next morning when you go back, in the early morning, open up a newspaper, do an exercise. Read the newspaper, but deliberately avoid the negative words and focus on the positive words. Just pick up success, news, okay, Big Mac. Look at that. And just circle. I'll set a milestone of 20 words, 20 phrases, 15 phrases. Do that. And you will see a change in just 24 hours. I challenge you. And the second thing I do is, when I'm driving, I look at the hoardings. Now this is something I have found internal habit. Hoarding, I look at the positive message. And hoardings are all positive message. If you find a word, difficult word, try to jumble the words and see if you can form a positive word in it. Success, bonanza, big, surprising, and you will see a profound difference. In 24 hours, try that one. And the recent research says, you are happy not because you are successful. You are successful because you are happy, and it's a fact. And research says that your success in life is just 25% skills, and 75% is about attitude, positive attitude. And once you do that, you will realize the difference. And I think in the Toastmaster we do that evaluation. Positive, 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 constructive, constructive. And that's why Toastmasters become a better speaker, because they don't have the apprehension, they come and speak. The other thing is, I learned is delegate. You have to delegate somewhat. What does delegate mean? No, there are different meanings. For me, the meaning of delegate is something different. I see it's a team, it's outsource. You see, with the delegate, you can create 48 hours out of 24 hours. 48 hours out of 24 hours. And normally what I do is, whatever I have to do, I just bring down the list. These are the things to do, and I find out what are the jobs other people can do for me. Even my son can do it, my wife can do it, or Sammy can do it. I just delegate. And my 24 hours becomes 48 hours. And in the Toastmaster, has anyone heard about 6 degrees of separation? What it means is, before the advent of Facebook, that if I have this gift and I write the name of a person, I pass it on to this person, it takes only 6% to reach to the right person. It's called 6 degrees of separation. But when you join Toastmaster without FP, it drops down to 4 degrees of separation. Instantly, when you join Toastmasters, so many connections you meet. Another good thing about delegate I find is, or I sincerely believe in is, when you join Toastmasters, how many connections you form? Many. I normally what to do is I list down the number of people I have, what are the skills they have. If I need help, I just call upon them. That's called delegation. If you are in trouble, if you have a challenge, look at what are the people you have. what are the skills they have, what are the things they can help you with. That's it. In fact, last week I had my son who was not given the required study stream. I looked at my list, I called up 4 people, and I had a solution. And that's what I call is delegation. That's what I learned from Toastmaster. And I said delegation is not about just delegating, it's about teamwork, it's about connection. And I always says, delegate responsibility but not accountability. You see, the businesses are run, you have a CEO, you have general manager, you have sales manager, and then we have the people. What he's doing is delegating. So this is something which we can work in the professional world, social world itself. And one thing I would like to share is Dream Book. Anyone heard of Dream Book? You know, when we were kids, scrapbook. If you look at the evaluation manual, I always open up my last evaluation book, my CC manual, look at it. I feel proud of it. And we had glimpses of the past, how nice you feel about it. But the thing is, you can do it the other way around. You can think of what are your aspirations, dreams, family, job, money, list it down. And I have a dream book, and the first thing I look at is my family. I have my family photograph, and I look at it, I feel proud of it, I feel happy about it. And believe me, every morning I look at it, every evening I look at it, and it brings me closer to my goals. This is something I have copied from someone, and this is something the evaluation, the CC manual or the ATM manual has inspired me to do so. Any questions? Unless you want me to cover all the 20 points. Over to you.